Hi everyone, it's Victor speaking, and today we will be speaking about the Venus-Pluto trine, which is taking place on the 12th, but probably you can feel that aspect from somewhere from the 11th till the 15th of August. Now, this is a harmonious aspect. However, it has got a little bit of a challenge as well, always behind. So let's just break that down. But before we do that, if you like the video, press like, ring the notification bell. And if you would like to have a reading with myself or Sweaty, then you can go on AstroViktor.com and then you will be able to find our services. So Venus-Pluto trine. Basically, it's going to be happening on 24-degree Virgo to 24-degree Capricorn. And this aspect has got that magnetism, that charisma around it. So when Pluto and Venus meet, basically, I usually say that on your worst day, without any makeup and glamorous dresses and stuff like that, you can still attract people towards you. So Pluto is like a very strong invitation to others to kind of be in your personal zone. So this is an aspect when we have to connect or we can collaborate with others, but we can also dive deep in regards to when it comes to your personal values, for instance. But one of the major meaning of this aspect is making closer, tighter bonds with your personal relationships. It can be business partnership, friendships, or someone you pretty much love. But this aspect always brings in the trust and the loyalty element as well. So it talks about real feelings, nothing flaky, nothing being on the surface. If we want to maintain our relationship with others, we need to dive deep. There is no other choice here. And so this aspect very much talks about deepening intimacy and kind of like, you know, we can even choose a song. There is this song I really love. Yeah, there is the Celine Dion version, but there is also another song which is called The Power of Love. And that is by a guy called oh sugar, I have to check because I do love that song, and I think the guy has got a very, very good voice. He was a winner on UK X Factor, and his name is Dalton Harris. So, and actually they sang that song in a duet. So I recommend kind of listening to it because this kind of describes to me the Venus-Pluto trine actually very, very well. Now, so it is all about digging deeper, figuring out what your values are. And Venus is still in the sign of Virgo, so it's very much about organizing and sorting things out, kind of like doing a spring clean, what's important and what's not servicing us anymore. Now, Pluto can take us Pluto takes whatever is unnecessarily or unusable and it kind of breaks it completely, and then it kind of disposes it as much as possible, because Pluto's main focus is to destroy things, and then it kind of asks you to rebuild something from scratch. So this aspect actually can help you to make better choices when it comes to certain situations in your life, and something it invites you to figure out what needs to be kept and what needs to be released, realizing or discovering what really matters to you. So this is an aspect of self-realization in a sense, but it also invites you to be honest about something. So it has got that truth serum type of aspect to it as well. Brilliant day to go very intense or passionate in your relationships, doing something which really brings you joy and satisfaction. Or you can feel a lot stronger about your connections with others, especially with your romantic partner. So use this time to reconnect, be intimate. You can spend some very nice, fabulous bedroom activities. and you can really show affections with others. But there is also that kind of mysterious element to this relationship as well. It might be discovering something which you really enjoy about yourself. So it's good to be looking into the mirror and then basically using the power of thought or the power of affirmation that, I don't know, I like my shoulders, I like the color of my eyes, because Venus is the planet of beauty. And once we dig deep and then we start exploring Pluto, some of our good qualities, then actually it can boost our confidence as well. So there is definitely that increased desire for love and affection with this. So you might be a little bit more clingy towards your partner. That's also very, very possible. If you are single, this aspect actually can bring you a strong bond with someone. But with Pluto, we do need to be a little bit careful because we can become obsessed. Obsession around wanting to find love, obsession around wanting to be loved by someone. Okay, actually it can increase also the level of romanticism in our life as well. However, Venus is in Virgo, so it's more practical. It kind of wants to get a bunch of flower maybe, or it wants to cook a brilliant dinners to someone. It's not necessarily about fantasizing, I don't know, a Prince Charming is coming on a white horse and then it's going to be saving me from this cruel world. So it can actually, if you are single, it could lead to a relationship where, you know, things are kind of speeding up and yeah, oh yeah, let's move together, let's travel here and there. So we can kind of make plans. And then, of course, later on, it might become a little bit of a, problem. But because Pluto is in the sign of Capricorn, which is very much about long-term planning, really. So it could be just the fact that we really want to be having some plans, which is over time going to play out for us a lot. Now, Venus is also, of course, the planet of finances. So it is very possible to make a fortune today. But it could also talk about some spending habits as well. But it's kind of like the universe is going to give it back to you in some ways. You might be very drawn to certain type of fashion or cosmetics or even plastic surgery, or you want to have a tattoo, or you want to buy a new jewelry. It is very good to decorate something. So if it happens in your fourth house, you might realize that, I don't know, you're buying some plants and flowers because you want to feel a lot better around in your environment. But it's also possible that you're going to do that in your office, or you're going to do that just in your home environment as well. Venus is quite artistic, so it might be a day when you can really get in touch with your muses, and then you become a lot more creative as well. Now, you might be actually looking into some type of investment options today, because Pluto loves doing some type of research, right? And then you become somehow compelled. Maybe I should be, I've got a little bit of an extra in my saving account, so shall I invest that money into something or not? And eventually this aspect kind of can promise that it can turn into a big profit as well. But there is also this purity to this aspect as well. So only doing it if it really brings you joy and happiness. It's also very possible that you might be, you know what, I want to have some type of comfort food also, because I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's something, you know, which is giving me a sense of pleasure in a sense. Also, from a natal perspective, this aspect really shows that you have got deep, strong, intense feelings. It's definitely not something superficial. It goes way beyond that. It could really talk about that you want to be making some profitable goals and then you want to materialize that. But pay attention, because Pluto is controlling. So you can control your passion, you can control your desires way too much. And at the end of the day, this aspect with the trine, which is a Jupiterian aspect, so it talks about growth. It wants you to kind of channel that inner power within yourself, because Venus is the planet of self-esteem. And then if you find that, it can actually bring you some great few days ahead of yourself. Now, these two together can bring in karmic knots as well. So whether you want to be breaking from those or you want to make them stronger, that's absolutely up to you. But if you want to be breaking some karmic knots, actually it can become a little bit easier as well. It might be also a lot easier to understand people's motives, or it's a little bit of a psychological aspect as well. So you might be able to actually see beyond people's reaction to certain situations. But it is also the aspect of promoting honesty. So, and you can become way too honest, because remember that trines are something which doesn't necessarily think, it just sees the opportunities in a sense. So it can lead to slightly hurting others as well, but we can actually come out of that kind of as a winner, because we might have got a sudden realization as well. This is kind of like the aspect which has got a good sense of profits. Pluto is magic, so it can attract money situation. It can attract anything which is valuable. So something to do with the positive way of thinking can lead to some great manifestation with that, especially when it comes to material success or material resources. I also believe that if we're looking at a leadership, from a leadership perspective, this aspect actually brings great leadership qualities, especially for those who can excel in financial situations. But also in political situations, this is the aspect of preachers, teachers, mentors, in a sense. So they are very good at manipulating others because they use their charm. Pluto is manipulation, Venus is your charm. These people usually have got very strong sense of views from a very early age, and they can actually be very impressive when it comes to that. But later on, they can actually have got hardship of changing their ideas also. Venus and Pluto together always have got an intention to come out as popular. It's kind of like the aspect of fame in a sense. So, because it uses the beauty element, or it uses the charisma, charm overall to win people over. It also can bring a very strong desire for possessions. So pay attention to, because actually you can go and then spend money on certain things, but you can also make very powerful relationships as well. So Venus is the planet of exchange and cooperation and kind of like finding common ground with others. And with the Pluto, it can be very beneficial this time around. My personal intake on this is that on a deeper level, it really asks you to find that attractive part of yourself, because Venus is symbolizing your feelings at the end of the day. So it's all about finding that self-worth within yourself. Well, Venus is your personal style, so you might actually see that you want to be looking a little bit more sexy today. So maybe those mini skirts or beautiful dresses, which actually kind of like melt on your body type of dresses come out of the wardrobe. That's very possible as well. But also Venus likes comparing herself to others. So it's very possible that you're gonna be comparing, I don't know, the size of my belly to others. And then you realize that, you know what, there are bigger bellies out there than mine. So actually, why am I so fussy about things? Venus is also something to do with leisure activities. And Pluto is a little bit of a danger. So you might realize that you are having this desire to be a little bit even in a dangerous situations, because Pluto represents crisis situations. And with the trine, we might be enjoying to actually go to a, like these escape rooms, for instance, and then solving kind of the puzzle, right? Which is very Plutonian, solving a puzzle. It's an investigative planet. It's the planet of Sherlock Holmes in a sense. So he walks around with a magnifying glass and then trying to find small little details overall. Yeah, also I would say because Venus is very agreeable, with the Pluto, we can actually make fantastic business connections with others. Yeah, so pretty much that's what I would describe for you as the aspect of the day with Pluto and Venus. So if you like the video, you know what to do. Press like, ring notification bell, share the videos with others. And if you would like to have a personal reading with me or Sweti, then the website AstroViktor.com is going to be in the description box below. So have a fantastic day, everyone. Enjoy Pluto Venus trine. See you soon. Bye-bye.